All right, we should be coming on live. Let's check. Yes, indeed. It says we are live. All right, getting the game here. I need to do some shopping really quickly and find some items. I don't really need heal items, but what I need are things to remove status effects, because that's usually what I'm lacking at a given moment, and I keep forgetting to buy them, and so I am going to do that right now. Let's see. Let's get some of these. I have plenty of cash. Let's do like 25 of these. Why not? All right, what else can we get? This, yes, all of that. What else do we need? Yep, we're just gonna get a bunch of all this stuff while I'm thinking about it. That's SP. Are there bigger ones? 20%, 30%. Sure. I probably should be buying gifts for my confidants, but yeah, nice to stock up on things sometimes. What is this one? Don't care. This is by heal for 30. Yeah, okay, good. Hello, chat, by the way. Sorry, I had to finish up some shopping. I was reminding myself because I was stuck in a battle the other day and I kept getting Oblivion or Forget put on me, and it was quite irritating. So I wanted to get that done, because the worst thing is when they do it against Minami and then I can't use her to clear it. What did I get for this? Oh, sweet. Apparently I unlocked her clinic as a potential thing and leveled up. Although I still can't actually use those things, I think, until 30. So not much I can do there. How is everybody tonight, though? I'm feeling quite well. My flu has fully passed, so I'm not stuck with that. Although some of my family is still a little under the weather, trying to recover from it. I have my tea. Today is a wild berry, so happy about that as well. What? I thought I just cleared that out. Sorry, these little notices irritate me, so I like to clear them out. And if you've never seen it, this is the My Palace, which I don't do a ton in, but you can get quite a few rewards from it. And you can see I've bought everything I can so far, and so now I just need to level up the place. Matter of fact, I might be able to. Hey, Alex, what's going on, man? How goes the life? I'm just buying pictures to try to level up my palace really quickly. Honestly, don't even care which ones I get. It's all like minor bonuses and stuff they give to your teams. So not terrible, but nothing earth-shattering that I care too greatly about. And I'm out of coins anyway, so that's about all I can do there. Alex, did you see my video the other day of my... I'm not sure if I should call it good luck or bad luck of pulls, but of the pulls nonetheless. Curious if you caught that one yet. Matter of fact, I don't know if I have any standard pulls left. Let's see. Oh, I do. You know what? Let's do the standard pull since I have it anyways. I think the only people I need... Who's in this pool? Let's see. So I'm getting about halfway to pity on it, so that's not bad. But what I want is Dogenzoga, whatever the heck her name is. Let's see. I've got Ryuji, got Morgana. Got her, I think. Got Takumi. I don't know what name that one is. Yeah, it's Dogenzaka, Runa, whatever name is. That's the one I need still. Good, the sickness is going through the house too. Oh man, you know what? It's that time of year, sadly. So hopefully your family gets past it quickly. I know how brutal it can be when it just passes from one to the next, and then everyone's trying to rest, but then someone has to take care of the family. It's it's never a fun moment. Oh, this will be 4 stars, as I know well from the many 4 stars I pulled when I was trying to get someone better on my last pulls. Oh, okay, I can level him up at least. Oh, okay. It was a, wow, I got a lot of 4 stars on this one. It was soul crushing, to say the least. The only positive that came out of it is I did end up getting more gems and getting the last weapon I needed, which was this one. I technically could have stuck with Summer Moko's 4-star weapon, but it's just so much more efficient to get the 5 stars. Son got it first, now the daughter and the mother. Oh god, so you're basically, you're soon to have it. I hate to say it. It's just like a ticking time bomb waiting to get to you. Hopefully not. Of all things to be wrong about, I would love to be wrong about that. Not that. I need his awareness. I think, oh yeah, this will actually max him out. Not that I will ever build him, but whatever. Max stars either way. So yeah, I ran into a new problem though. One I wasn't expecting. So running out of gems, I kind of figured it would happen. Did teach me a valuable lesson though, because I'll show you. So the way these banners work, and I don't know if we're going to launch this way or not, but it originally was only this, the 50-50. And so you can go as high as 80, usually somewhere around 70 is when you'll kind of hit like a soft pity. But then you can lose your 50-50 and have to go all the way again to get the character. And so on this banner, that's how I structured it, is I ran on the 50-50s. On the other kind of banner, which came out a few months back, you can go to 110, but your rates are worse, but then you guarantee the character. So like if I had Futaba and I put that as the up, then at 110, absolutely would get her. And I think the way the math worked out is I definitely would have been better off having done this. So whenever this comes to global, unless I'm trying to pull for dupes, which I don't think I'll ever do, I'm going always on the guarantee. And then the stupid weapons, they're just always 50-50. Nothing you can do about that. But this was cool. The pull that I just did, was it yesterday maybe? I kept going back to content to get enough to do a 10 pull. And it came up and it gave me Phoebe's weapon first. Where is it at? Is that the most recent one? I don't know. I think it is. It gave me Phoebe's weapon. And so I was like, oh crap, I lost another 50-50. But then it gave me Summer Moko's at the same time. So I got a double 5-star pull. So I can't be mad about that. I mean, I can be mad about the fact that I have 1,000 gems and that's enough for 110 pull. But I did end up with 3 characters I wanted and their weapons. So it's really not that bad. Just a lot of painful losses on 50-50s. And so now my big problem is I can't level them. I am drained of resources. And I started prepping some of them. So I did get Futaba. So she has been fully leveled up. So her weapon, her character level. And then I went through and got her cards sorted out today. So I've got like all this good on her. But I don't have any more materials to level her 2 main skills. Data crack you don't really use. This is like the skill 2. You basically alternate 1 and 3. But I'm out. I have no materials left. And so I've also been trying to get Haru up as my next. And you'll see she stalled out at 57. And her weapon stalled out at 39. Oh, I guess I have a couple materials left. But then you get these, what are these things called? Soul stones, I think. And I didn't realize how many I was burning through leveling the cards. And I wiped myself out. And so it was a couple content things I cleared that got me to have this amount here. But I'm literally like all my resources are drained. I can maybe get a couple more levels on her weapon now. Probably not much. Yeah, 44. So I've got to grind and grind and grind. It's going to take me probably a couple weeks. Will I keep this version when global comes out? Not as an active playing thing. I could see maybe jumping in and testing certain things. Like if certain characters come out I want to try. You know, we'll be, at this point, April's a year. So if we were to come out in April on the anniversary, which there's been no announcements for, then it's a whole lot of foresight. And I think, for example, like right now they just showed the new character for the next banner. I'd have to look at her name. I forget what it was, but Najox posted it. And then Akechi comes the banner after. He's the last of the P5R, Persona 5 Royal collaboration. And then if I'm not mistaken, they move right into Persona 3 Reload. So I'll probably get to save some gems there. And then after that, I'm guessing will be Persona 4. So knowing that I'll have to wait a year plus, I will probably want to play with the Persona 4 characters just because that's, of all the games, it's probably my favorite. And, I want to kind of test some things there, knowing that this account doesn't have to be perfect. The problem is if I want to really be efficient and, level the characters and everything else, you really have to pop in and do your dailies and do your weeklies or bi-weeklies, like your Velvet Trials and SOS. And I just don't know that I have the time to main both accounts. The only way I would see it working is if I'm like caught up on content on the global side, and then I could just, pivot into here and kind of mess around and do whatever it is that I want. So it won't be, a main focus by any means. Global will be. Plus I'll be making videos for global, so I have to bake in time for that. So yeah, I don't know that it would make a ton of sense. I just realized is I've been in the game and I've been on my talking head screen the whole time. So sorry about that. I was going around showing things. I did a pull and I didn't realize I wasn't even turned on to the game. So my bad. Clearly it's amateur hour for me at the moment. Let's get into some gem grinding. So I want to do it in the Velvet Trials. I still have more to do here. And so I've already cleared a couple, but I'm going to keep going. I'm getting close to being done with Curse, which I have a good team for, so I might as well. And yes, this is that team. Oh, I should have switched it over to Futaba. Last time I ran this, I didn't have her. Oh, I'm on auto. I'm like, what the heck is going on? That's okay. On the first few stages of this, I had to slow myself down again because you get bonus points for hitting weakness. And this team is super over leveled for like the first half of these stages. And if you kill them too quickly, you don't hit enough times to get your score up. And so I had to like skip all out attacks, which I'll do right now as well. I should be getting pretty close though to where I can just play it normally. But playing really suboptimally just to hit enough attacks to actually get the score I need. Is he knocked down? Is that why he can't go? I'd rather use his highlight. The other thing that will kind of keep me from double maining the game, besides just the general, like there might be eventually other games I want to play, is, I did not pay attention to what move she used, is a friend of mine's developing a game and asked if I want to do some sprite work for him. And I haven't done character work in probably 20 years. It's been a very long time. And so to say I'm beyond rusty is an understatement. Like my art skills are not like they were when I actually went to art college. And this was back before I switched into finance in life, hence why it's been so long. And so I just picked up a sprite literally yesterday. And I've just been messing around trying to get good effectively on creating character sprites, and I have to animate them and everything else. But I've got to focus down, over at least for the rest of this year, just to kind of re-practice a lot of that, because I'm not going to try to give him bad quality. And I mean, if he ends up wanting to go with someone else anyways, because I'm out of practice and there's better artists out there, like I don't care. That's absolutely fine. I would take no offense to it. But I mean, if I can get to the point that my skills are what they used to be, and he launches a game and it's got my art in it, like freaking how cool is that? So I am going to devote dedicated time every single day to reworking my skills, and then also practicing this new program. Not that it's a hard one to use, but so yeah, pretty exciting stuff. But stuff that will, like I said, keep me from that's, you know, if I'm an hour in that program, it's an hour I can't play games, right? So it's always a balancing act. And you know too, Alex, with the kids, there's just always the family stuff to think about. Yeah, dude, it'd be totally sick if that works out. I was making sprites this morning. More like practice. Like we still have to do a lot of talking about the general art direction and stuff like that. We've been talking about that the last couple days. But it was kind of fun just getting in there, if not a little frustrating too, because like I said, I haven't practiced my skills in forever. Let's do this one. And so I'm just literally out of touch. But it was like I was telling my foreign exchange student, because he's like, hey, you know, I would love to be good at art. Art really is. Did I get 3 stars? Yes. Art really is a practicable skill. It's not like something where you need like a special genetic like advantage in life or something like that. And for that reason, I know for a fact I can get it back. It's just whether or not I can get it back quickly enough for me to be of good value to him. So we'll see. We'll see. I'd probably be better off doing more of like the tile sets and like landscape background art versus characters right now, just because it's a little bit easier for me to do that. But we'll get there. It'll be cool. And someday in the future, quite a while from now, probably not anytime soon, if I'm still working on it, and it gets to beta stage, then I will obviously tell everybody on the channel. I won't say anything until then, though. It would not be my place. I was telling my wife, ironically, see if I can get him on, I'll forget again. Ironically, the whole reason I went to art school to begin with is because I wanted to develop video games. And my original plan in life, before life took several detours, several times, is back then Nintendo had a school up in, I want to say Redmond, Washington, if I remember correctly. I mean, we're going back 25 years. But, sorry, I'm turning my heater off over there. And I originally went to school for graphic design and multimedia. And a lot of the classes I was taking was in like 3D modeling, 3D animation, stuff like that. And I was going to use that to build a portfolio to then give to Nintendo and try to get into their school. So I had like a longer college plan, but then pivot from their school into their studios. And then, like I said, like life just, it took its turns like it does to all of us. And so I didn't get to realize that dream. And so I was just saying, you know, how weird would it be if 25 years later, there's this random, you know, life kind of brings it back full circle moment. So it, like I said, it's pretty exciting. It's a little bit daunting trying to relearn the skills, but it's cool. I'll say it's cool. I should check turn counts. 12 more actions. Okay, so I should be fine on actions. Oh, okay. Unless he just one-shots me. Guess actions doesn't matter if he knocks you out. We'll have to restart that one. So maybe now I can actually do all attacks. We'll see, and still get score. I'll have to check the other Velvet Room trial and see what it needs. I think it might need ice, and I don't really have... Oops, that's not what I want. I want to use this one. I don't have my ice team built up, so that one may have to wait, and if it does, then I'll just jump back into Queen's story. We had done Fox's on the last stream, and Queen's the next one. I haven't touched it since last week, so that would be a good one to get into. So yeah, let's try highlights. I'm hitting enough weakness damage, it shouldn't matter. I'd prefer not to get one shot by this guy again. Matter of fact, do I have... I can put this up, so I can throw a shield up. Maybe I'll play a little bit more defensively. And it's still... Jesus. Was that 136,000 he did? There's nothing I can do about that. What is he... I just want to see something. Skills. Defense against enemy, 154 physical. Yeah, he just like laid me out. Let's try that again. God, if I get stuck on this stage all night, I'm going to be so embarrassed. She's probably the last boss. And she has insta-kill moves, which are so fun. Oh, that was weird. It was like a whole lineup of chords for a second there. This grouping is fine. I mean, I have heals with Morgana. And Morgana's a really good healer. But it doesn't matter when you're instantly dead. What if I just try to focus on Forget? Can you land it? Of course not. Forget can be really good in this situation, but if she doesn't hit it, it doesn't matter. So Alex, besides the family being sick, what's new in your world? Anything good these last couple weeks? Let's see, I don't think... What if I buff myself more? And then hopefully take him on the next round if he doesn't one-shot me again. Which he will. 11, 7, 10. Okay, so a lot less than the last time. Oh, you know what? If Morgana gets a highlight, he can res. So we might be able to recover this. Although, we'll have to see. I think it'll still count this penalty on me because you're supposed to not die. But I wonder if you've res. I've never tried it before. One more week of vacation. Hoping it warms up and melts some ice. Yeah, what are you doing for vacation? We got a bunch of snow too over here. We actually ended up having a snow day for the kids. But it melted. I mean, there's still some on the ground, but it basically melted today. Oh, cool. Yes, it gave me back those points. Okay, good, good, good. I did not know if it would do that or not. Oh, you learned something new. I think I'm about ready for vacation. I'm actually going to probably take some time off in March during the kids' spring break. My big thing is I do my vacation in the holidays, and then I don't take vacation in January and February just because I tend to have a lot of, oh my God, he almost died again. I tend to have a lot of projects that I kick off at the start of the year. And I use that time to kind of like ramp into it, get all the teams set up, get my crew kind of focused on their tasks for the next, quarter or so. And then, the next big vacation for the kiddos is spring break. So I'm like, I like to hang back and then pick it up after that. Can we kill him this round? That would be nice. Just taking time to do stuff on that. I actually, you know what? I like vacations like that. My wife is definitely more of the, if we had all the funds in the world, travel the world type. And even if not, like, what can we do that's local? Can we go up in the mountains for a night, or even just drive up there, not even stay necessarily? And I'm kind of slightly more of a homebody. Not entirely. I do like going on trips, but definitely not as into travel as she is. And I like having where I have a few days that I can be like, oh, I've been meaning to get this done, cross this off my list. Or maybe I just want a day to sit around, honestly, and, drink a cup of coffee and do something at my computer, not my work one. And so I certainly don't mind those home vacations, the staycations. Is my turn order out? Why is he going last? I must have too much speed on Joker. You usually want your DPS to go last. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That kills it. Well, 3 turns. Yeah, that kills it. Ah, this dude just hits like a truck. So what we can try to do is I'll sub out my Navi. We'll pick up Phoebe, or not Phoebe, Puppet instead, because Puppet gives shields. And maybe that'll do it. I mean, in theory, I could put in Soy, but then I won't be able to heal up after. Let's see if this works. So any big projects around the house, Alex, or just like the normal kind of chore type, fun adult stuff? You just don't like landing that forget. It would be so nice if you did. We're gonna go for this. Even though the damage from the auto attack would be nice, if I can do anything to live, which it's like that like is guaranteed to kill or something, and then I get the shield right after. All right, so I'm gonna hold off on the shield actually, because I want to get him off the ground first. I'm missing a body for this attack. This is so inefficient. I'm trying to think of why it would be one shot though, because my personas are mostly leveled up. And then I'm past level 80, so I'm definitely getting the super levels, which is where like you keep leveling after 80 and you just get more stats. So I'm surprised he's so easily able to one-shot me. Caught up on games, deep clean, kids room. Oh god, that's so fun. What games are you catching up on? I'm still playing Metaphor in my spare time, whatever you want to call it. Game is absolutely fantastic. Still very much in love with it. And when not that, then the pinball machine behind me, me and the boys like to play on. Can you please land the forget on this move? It would be amazing. Of course not. Oh, she did it the first round. So he's gonna do a single target attack this next time. I don't think this will save me, but let's try it. Because I don't think Puppet will be ready. Oh, she has one more turn. Yeah, so she won't be ready. Yeah, this is definitely not going to kill him. The only thing that could have possibly killed him, which this is why it's not... Oh my god. Alright, there's got to be a better way. 3 turns, I have to win within 7. Yeah, there's no way to get him. I feel like I'm missing something obvious. Because he's only level 77, I think it was saying that it wanted me to be. So I shouldn't be having this kind of trouble. Is there a different persona I can bring? Nobody reduces attack, I don't think. So we have like defense reductions, highlight stuff. Try to take a small trip once a year. Aren't heartbroken if you don't get to it. Yeah, I think my wife would be a bit more heartbroken than I would be. I can't think of anybody that reduces attack. So that doesn't really help. I could... So the shield's not working, so I could try to go for more stats and bring him in. Because I think it like averages all of their stat points. I mean, obviously, if I had duplicates on her, I can make her a higher level, but I don't, so that doesn't really matter. So yeah, the big thing be if frickin' Ren would land those forgets, because then he can't attack. What is the chance on this one? Is it like 30% or something? 20%. Let's see. I think that's what it says. Come on, translate. This will be the nice thing in globals when I don't have to wait for things to translate. Increase blah 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 blah. I could have sworn this one could cause forget. Grant them. Oh, peacefulness is probably forget. Right? Maybe, I don't know. Some of the translations are weird. Let's try it. I know the second one is forget when it hits, but oh yeah, see, it actually landed that time. Perfect. So maybe I can get a shield up before he gets that first attack off, and that will be nice. I will have to go back through eventually and figure out the speed tuning though, because he absolutely should not be going last. Alright, so let's get our first shield on. Oh, that's the one I switched out, of course. Of course. Alright, then let's buff. Yeah, see, he can just do basic attacks while he's under forget. He still is. Okay, good, good, good. Well, he'll snap out of it, I think, after this turn. Let's do the bigger shield. And then we'll start her rotation. I think her skill 1's the better defense down, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm pretty darn certain skill 3 can land forget, so I'm trying to extend it, because it would be nice to keep him from attacking the whole time. And obviously he's not going to be dead in this turn, so I need it. I think I'll save the highlight in case someone does go down. Oops. It'd be nice to put jokers on right now, but I need to survive the next round to see if that makes sense. Let's buff his attack. Really get him going. Oh, cool. He's still under forget. Alright, so now he's out of it. Can I land another? Will you be so kind? Yes. Okay. This is good. This is good. So now I'll go ahead and use Joker. Get that damage in there. What is my score? I don't think I'm at 1,000,000 yet. I might get there. I'm just debating if I should, because he's under half, so I might be able to do Alice's insta-kill. But yeah, the risk here is I wouldn't have enough points for 3 stars. If I was already at 1,000,000, I would do it. But with Alice, you've got this move, which when they're under half health, on most enemies that aren't bosses, it'll actually kill them. But I think I should play it safe here. Add that in. There we go. And I can live through that, so we're good there. And so now I just need to really hopefully take him out this round, because I'm almost out of turns too. Okay. Safety shield. No one else has good damage here, so I'll save that for a second. There we go. Okay, that should be enough. Yep, 3 stars. Sweet. God, that dude was wrecking me. He was not joking around. we'll just... I guess we'll switch back. Let's bring in Futaba. And let's see what we're fighting. Going in blind. I have no idea which enemy I'm fighting. Alright, I don't remember. I think they do physical type damage. Well, let's just see if they one-shot me like the other guy did. I am excited to have Futaba, because she is definitely the best Navi. Let's go this way. And I think we've definitely proven that with the spot that we should be doing all-out attacks again. Because now we actually have to care about the turn, or the amount of actions that we take. So we have 17 left, so we can't mess around too much. Do we buff? They're taking good damage, so it should be okay. So let's buff. Oh, that's not good. I could... Oh yeah, I don't have anyone else who can cleanse it, so this is exactly why I went ahead and got those items. Let's drop this on them. This will reduce like their defense and stuff. And then probably Morgana should do the item. It does worry me he won't be ready to heal again because his little green thing is gone, but I need Joker up, so we'll have to do this. And which one is that? I think it's this one, yeah. There we go. Okay, so that gets us back to where we need to be. I don't care that I burned an item. I might be doing too much damage. Oh, no, I've already gotten 1 star. Okay, but you know what? Let's still go with the weakness damage for more points. Because I don't want to have to redo the stage. Yeah, 3 stars. Perfect. Glad I crushed that one. There's a couple that I've lost by like 10,000 points. It's so irritating when that happens. So Alex in chat, did you see the rumors on the P4 remake that were dropping last night? Oh, this guy can be such a pain. Let's do this. I definitely want to focus them down. I feel like they do a ton of damage. Nope, didn't hear anything. So, I'm not sure what the right word is, the lead singer, the songstress, the artist, whatever, that did the main vocalist, that's the term. Apparently I don't know vocabulary. The vocalist who was originally, did songs for P4 among other things, she has pictures of recording in the studio where they record most of the Persona music. And in addition to that, there's a bunch of pictures of different Persona 4 related things that apparently she's been going around liking on X or Twitter or whatever. And so it's fueling the rumors that the P4, whatever remake they want to call it, is actually happening and probably not as far off as one might suspect. Oh, they killed Morgana, you bastard. That sucks. So if it's true, quite exciting. And I guess the studio, they use a lot for Persona music. And it's not that there's not other games that are there, but it's just all the kind of pieces of, you know, it's her plus the music. Oh, you know what? Let me switch him back. Maybe I can put a shield on. Where's my dude? And she's going around liking the things. How do I not see him? Am I blind? Yes, I'm blind. He's right there. If it's true, could be super cool. The only thing I would say is, like I said, Persona 4 is my favorite. Definitely my favorite of the stories. And if they're remaking it, as much as I love the P5 and the Persona 3 Reload aesthetic, I feel like P4 would lend itself better if it's a bit darker. So not quite as, I guess you could say, cheerful in that kind of more colorful anime expression. Or if they could at least do something to where like the kind of darker scenes are more atmospheric. Like I almost think about when they have the fog moments, like how cool would that be if they gave it like the Silent Hill 2 treatment? And I think the old, you know, PlayStation / Vita graphics being just what they were and more grainy by nature, I think it kind of helped the atmosphere. And so they'd obviously have to kind of dirty it up a little bit. But I don't know, I think it would just, it would land better if it's more, I don't know, gritty, more, not like hardcore or anything like that, but like in those moments, if it was just not so vivid, not so, are you kidding me? These bastards. Morgana can bring him back. I just think that would be so much cooler to like fuel that story. And the rest of it, I think the color palette's fine. Like I think about, for example, Risei's dungeon, and you know, by all means, hers, you know, having that big, vibrant vibe is more than fine. All right, give me highlight. Oh, I want to highlight so I could get Joker up. Do I think I wait because it's not like he'll get the go right now, so I might as well keep him down. I'll pull him up on the next one. And instead, I'll try to give us a little bit more of a buffer on the shield. Well, that's a done deal. He can only res one, so having the two of them down is not going to help. I mean, these are the last two stages, this one and the next one, for this grouping, so I guess I expect them to be a little bit hard. I don't think there's anyone else that would make a curse team better for these points, though. I guess I could always bring back Puppet for more shield action, but it'd be nice if I didn't need to. Yeah, a remake, remaster. Yes, we got to forget off. Yeah, I think it'd be very cool. Ironically, actually, I may be one of the few in the camp that doesn't think P4 Golden really needs it right now. I think it still holds up really, really well. But I get where, you know, a lot of people are looking like the, you know, P3 just had it and, you know, what that did for it and everything else. And, you know, I could see it. I mean, obviously it would look better, look cleaner, all this other good stuff. But I think it, in terms of need, or maybe not need, but in preference, I'd rather see, honestly, a Persona 6 and then a P4 remake and kind of keep us moving forward a bit more than getting all the remakes done now. You launch 6 and then it's inevitable spin-offs because you know we're going to have a bunch of them. And let's see, did I buff yet? No, this is turn 1. And then have that gap, unless they're planning on doing something about, you know, Persona 1 and 2 and remaking those as well. Okay, you're still up. What are you doing? Don't kill him. Oh my god, I have like 1 health. 300 health left. I'll take it. I'm still standing. All I need is a pixel of health. That's all that matters. But I still, every couple of years, actually go back and mess around in P4 Golden. Okay, can I... I know I should be putting the other defense debuff on, but I kind of want them in a forgotten status if it'll land. Yeah, the delay on P6 is real. I don't know what the heck is taking them so long. I mean, I hope it's because it's just an amazing, deep game, great story, all the things you'd come to expect and want from a Persona. But, God, it would be nice to actually have it out. I should hold this until the next round in case someone hits the dirt. As much as I would like to have that up right now. Why are you showing that? Oh, maybe you should be weak to this. I don't know what that symbol was. It looked like when they resist or they absorb. You know what? I'm gonna try something. This might be a terrible idea. Let's find out together. I'm gonna put that in. Can I kill them with Alice is the question. Just for the shits and giggles of it, this is not what I would normally do. Let's give it to Wonder. Go Power Rangers. Alright, Alice, do it for me. I didn't check to see if they are... Yes, okay. I love that move. I didn't know if some enemies you can't do that to, but I was crossing fingers under the desk there. All right, so 25. This is the last one. I'm sure it's going to be against Alice, and she's probably going to take me down a few times. Oh. Guess not. That's surprising. I don't know what this guy does, other than he's really good with Kasume. But let's try to get you on a forget first. See what kind of damage you do. Yes, we got to forget. Sweet. That's a good start. Definitely want to buff because they're not taking the kind of damage I want. To our other fun viewers in chat, feel free to drop questions or say hello. We are a very friendly stream over here. We're cruising along, trying to get to our 5,000 sub goal, so feel free to hit that like and sub while you're in here. Helps the channel greatly. Okay, they don't have forget on anymore. I'm going to put the defense debuff on them. And I just want to see what kind of damage they're going to do to me here in a second. Zoro. I wonder what mascot they're going to do for the next game, because you know they're going to have one. You had Teddy, then you had Morgana, of course. So who knows what their next thing will be. This one's got the owl thing, Rufus or Lufus, whatever the heck his name is. Oh, did he... Crap, did I already do this move? Is he on extra turns? It doesn't tell me. I should have paid more attention. Well, let's find out. Yeah, I think that was my extra turns. I think I just wasted them. Oh well. Did I already do this? I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. I have no idea what rotation I'm in at the moment. I mean, I guess they could always try to go without the mascot, but I feel like they've set up that precedence now. Oh, the one more. Yes. Okay. Live through it. Can you land the forget again? Nope. Actually do this one. And then he misses. That's why I never use that move. That was my own fault. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just used Gala Strike for the guaranteed. Plus he's weak to it. That was a good hit. Okay. I got two options here. I can go for the insta-kill. Does he even let you? Yeah, so he doesn't have immunity to it. Doesn't mean it'll land. I'm close. It is a curse move. I'm going to try it. Let's see if this works. I'm worried that my score will be too low. Oh, nope, I hit it. Hit all 3 stars. Nice. So that means we have fully cleared out the curse velvet trials, whatever these things are called. And the reason I'm going for these right now is they all give you gems, among other things as well that are helpful, of course. But when you drain your whole gem count to do a bunch of pulls, you kind of need to refill them somewhere. So this is a good spot for that. So now I've got all of those. And I still have, I have some up here, but these ones are harder. And this one, what is the elements on this? So I have all 25 of these to do. Oh, okay, we're Bless and Lightning. That's not bad. That actually lends really well because, let's see, you've got my Cord team. Cord with Sumarai. So let's do, we can switch this out now. So you got Bless, Lightning. I need to switch my weapon out to this one. Do I have the right personas? I don't want Alice. What's another good one for here? I could do, I mean, I'll pretty much just be using these two anyways, but he gives a defense down, so. Now these early stages I have to go slow on, just to make sure I hit the score. And so I'm intentionally not going to buff until I get to a point that I feel like I really need to, which will be quite a few stages from now. Wow, okay. Point proven. She just one-shot the whole group. That's a stark contrast to his last couple battles. If by chance I don't hit the scores from that, I can always sub out like closer for electric until I get to the point that it becomes, you know, necessary to have this full team in. I think off the top of my head, the only other character that'd be really good here would probably be Yui, but I don't have her, so that's irrelevant from what I can do. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have gone through the next turn. Oops. No, it's okay. I still got the 3 stars. I will say it'll be nice when global hits to do these like when they come out with your characters relative to these levels. It just makes more sense, and I think it's more enjoyable that way. And it just meters in your rewards and stuff at the right time. This guy, I'm gonna say this guy's usually more dangerous, like it matters at this level. Sure, I can probably just do that. And drink on. 3 stars, cool. So Alex, if you had a spirit animal for the mascot in the next game, what would it be? Teddy was already a bear, so my hopes for a cool bear are, they're gone. It's already happened. What is... Did it miss him? Why? Oh, he must have had a shield on. It's like, why is he not down? Let's do it this way. There we go. Cool. 3 stars. Yeah, we'll blow through these first few stages. I so wish I had her weapon, though. Would love to see either a lion or a dog. Yeah, I mean, I don't know really much of anything for Persona 1 and 2, but I don't seem to recall merchandise around mascots for them, so I don't suspect it was there. But yeah, I mean, a dog would be cool for sure. I also don't want them to feel like they have to have a mascot animal. Like, I get it's good for like merchandise and marketing and stuff like that, but sometimes it feels almost like shoehorned in to where, I don't know, it almost handcuffs them from a story perspective, because then you have to explain, why is it there? What is it doing? You know, can it turn into a human? Why is it not? Or, you know, whatever the questions are. And they've done that twice in a row now. Well, 3 times if you want to count this one. I don't want to debuff them too much. I want to make sure I hit scores. Nope. Although I should be fine now. Yeah, because I'm over the hurdle. I can actually take him out now. I found that usually if you get the first star before you add in these, that seems to be enough. I could be wrong, but it served me wrong the last couple stages, so we'll try it. So yeah, I think once I hit the 550, I'll just think about closing it out sooner and see if that actually works. God, Wonder does like nothing. Let's just try one of these instead. Oh, that was better damage at least. I'm getting close. Okay. Yeah, not that it would matter, because I think I'll just take him off on my next attack anyways, but now I could like rush him down if I wanted to. How do I have English text? So if you go to, and also welcome Chucky, if you go to the P5 world, what is it called? Let me look at the Discord really quick. It's called P5X Worldwide. If I look through here, one of the items, let me find it. All right, so one of the sections is P5X and mod downloads. And so there's a PC download, a couple of FAQs and stuff like that. But essentially what you do is you go through all the steps to download the game. You let it fully update. And after it's fully updated, you can back out of the game completely. And there's basically just a set of files that you download. And you drop them into a very specific folder. And then when it opens the next time, it'll open a little bit slower and it'll download all the translations. And the only thing you have to keep in mind is whenever there's a new patch, there's one specific file and you basically pull it back out of the folder. You just throw it on your desktop. You do your updates and then you put it back in. I've talked to quite a few people that have had that issue where like, oh, the new patch broke the game or whatever. And really you just have to pull that one file out. So join that Discord. It's P5X Worldwide. And it will have the files and stuff or links to get them or whatever you want to call it, as well as the instructions you need to drop it in. And they have them for the other servers too. I'm on the KR server. As far as I know, they have them for the Chinese server and the TW server. So don't feel like you have to do the KR one. They're all fun. They all have great content. I mean, they're basically the same thing. The only difference is the Chinese client is, I think, a week ahead of us. So we get kind of like a mini preview for whatever they're dropping. And then we get it a week or so afterwards. Maybe it's 2 weeks. It's 1 or 2 weeks, I forget. Oh, I might have rushed this one too quickly. Oh, nope, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, and the English text, it doesn't do absolutely everything. So you're going to see like here, like you can get a lot of characters that don't translate. You can always, snip them out, and then there's online translation tools where you can like take a picture and then translate it. But I have found that for the most part, you don't need that. Most of the important information will translate. There's been some events where for whatever reason, either the translations weren't there or my computer just didn't pull them down or something. And so there's been a handful of times where I've like taken a screenshot and then thrown it into one of those online translate tools, and you get enough from it. And some of the translations are not perfect, so keep that in mind. Some of them are very funny though. Like you get some very weird anomalies from time to time, which just kind of adds to the charm of it. I don't know exactly who does all the work on these translation packs or whatever, but they do some really, really good stuff. Have you already downloaded the client, Chucky? Or are you just getting ready to kind of start your jump into the game? Nice, cruising through these stages. What'll be nice is I'll have the next content cycle to also save gems, so whatever gems we get from the next launch. I found this stream and was wondering how you had it in English. Have yet to finish Royal before I start. Yeah, I would say if you haven't finished Royal, at the very least, don't do any of the side content in here that is relevant to P5. There's a whole section of quests that kind of give you like an abridged version of the different story beats from P5. And I'll be careful not to say spoilers since I know now that, you're in here and you haven't seen it. But there's also P5R specific story in here that kind of follows after the main Persona story. So yeah, definitely, if nothing else, don't go through that. There's some like nods to, like Joker from P5 and stuff like that are just in the regular story. But so far, it's nothing that would give you like a, oh my god, this big reveal from Persona. So you're kind of safe there. There's There's maybe a couple side characters you'll run into, but I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything that's like super spoiler heavy unless you're playing the actual Persona story itself that's in here. The only other thing they do, now that I think about it, when you play the palaces in this game, you get these little items, and they go to, it's like a specific menu, and it's cutscenes from the Persona 5 animation, and so obviously that's like 100% spoilers, right? It's literally like snippets of the episodes. So that stuff you'd avoid. But again, aside from that, really not much else to avoid. Characters I don't find to be a big spoiler because they're literally on the game box art. So, I mean, everyone goes into every Persona, watches the first cutscene, and it literally shows the characters. So I never get spoiled by that. Obviously, there's the how they become part of the crew, which would be a spoiler. But I think you're honestly safe to jump in and start kind of going through the story, going through the palaces, going through mementos and stuff like that. Just avoid the Persona 5 very specific and honestly very obvious things. I'm trying to remember, because I started quite some time ago, maybe 5-ish months ago. Granted, I took a little bit of a break, but I don't remember if there was any missable rewards when you first start tied to that first Persona 5 event. If there is, it's not a huge deal because the first event just covers the first palace in Persona 5. So, you know, if you've at least made it past the first palace, you'd be fine, even if you had to go through that part of the story as well. I don't think you'd have an issue. But also, spend your time playing Royal, because that game is fantastic. They're still taking good damage. I'm not going to worry about buffing yet. This is obviously not how you would play your team if you're going for other content. Why is he so fast compared to her right now? I need to check their speed. It didn't used to be that way, and I'm not sure what I changed. Because I normally want him to go first because he will buff Kasumi. But clearly that's not going to happen right now. Because he's after, yeah. My guess is maybe she has speed on some of her cards. I don't know that I have the resources to change that, though. I'm going to go check it out because I want her going after him when we get to later parts of this. Did I not hit the 3-star? I was going too quick there. Oh, no, I did. Okay. All right, let's go check my team out. Okay, so his speed... 100. What is her speed? 102. Okay, so something's going on. Maybe it's a card. No speed. No speed. No speed. No speed. Alright, so she has no speed. She's not even rocking a 5-star weapon. Right? Yeah, she's got no speed on that one either. None of the top parts were, right? Damage bonus, critical damage, attack. It's not her cards. I mean, this is done for the most part. But that shouldn't matter. Wouldn't it be in skills? I need him to be faster. I wonder if I can level up one of his personas, maybe. Do I have what I need? Is if I can get a couple other stat points. That's not what I want to do. I just need his speed to be like 3 points higher. I don't think... Oh, that's inherent. Yeah, see, like stuff like this doesn't translate, Chucky. So some of this you just have to get used to. But you learn it really quick. All right, I don't have any marks. Let's go get him a copy. So I think, okay, so this kind of sucks, but when you farm the higher level personas, you can get them when you go through the battle. You're guaranteed to get them after so many, but his is out of 8. Oh, you know what? I could probably give him a Speedmaster passive now that I think about it. So if this doesn't give me what I need, I just need to switch one of his passives out. And that should take care of it. Because you can enhance their speed through passives on your personas. It'd be nice if I get them anyways, because then I can level them up. Because you can level break them a couple times too. So Chucky, how far along into P5R are you? I should do a playthrough of that again soon. I think about it. Maybe after Metaphor. I haven't played it in quite some time. There is a guy that I watched though. I just found him in the last couple of weeks. And he does like all sorts of challenge runs in Persona. And the one I need to watch, he just released a video maybe in the last day or so. He's playing P5R without gaining any experience. So he went in and edited the files. I think the one thing he had to do, because I watched like the first few minutes of it, is he had to get to level 3 because there's like a level gated tutorial and you have to be level 3 for it. But aside from that, which I'm just like, and he's playing on hard mode by the way, and I'm like, the thought that somebody could get through a Persona game without gaining any experience, like that just, it baffles me. So I want to see if he actually completes the run after Okamura. Okay, cool. So how are you enjoying it? I guess well enough if you're watching a stream on a spin-off game of it. Oh, did I crash? Oh, I did. Okay, hold on. Let me switch over here. Every once in a while, the game will crash with the translator pack, so not much you can do about it, but log back in. So give me a second here. It won't take long. I remember the Okamura boss being quite annoying. I almost logged back in. It loads pretty quickly, so thankfully it's not like some massive game. So yeah, the gameplay and how it's different, I can tell you all about that. So it very much feels like Persona 5 in a lot of ways. So, I mean, there's the obvious stuff that you're seeing right now with combat, you know, weaknesses, all-out attacks, all that kind of stuff. The combat system itself, I would say, is perhaps slightly more fleshed out. And I say that because there's just more... So I'm actually didn't accidentally turn my stream off there. There's more nuance, like there's more kind of techniques and stuff you can do. They've just expanded it, I think, just for the sake of it being a gacha game. They probably needed to have more ways for your characters to differentiate themselves other than, hey, this one's fire, this one's ice. They still have that. That's not like, you know, gone or anything like that. But I think that's kind of similarities you'll see right off the bat. You also have social links. So you go through and you know, level your confidants and stuff like that. You have your different personality traits or skills. So let me show you whatever they're called. So like if I go here, I can, you know, level confidants and stuff like that. That is on a timer. You get 5 a day where you can do any one of these social things, which includes confidants. And then you need to level up your skills or traits or whatever they're called, just like in P5. So at certain points, characters are like, oh, you have to be level 11 and, you know, charm or whatever. So that's all there. Palaces are there. Mementos is there. The things that are definitely different, it's a gacha game, right? So you've got banners to pull on. You have to save currency, or if you're the type that wants to spend a lot of money, feel free. I certainly don't hate on people for that. But, you basically do pulls to get your characters. And then the way this game seeks to make its money is by enticing you to either pull the newest character or to get duplicates all the way up to rank 6. You can get 6 copies of every character plus their weapons. And so the whales out there will, get all the characters up to level 6 or Awakening 6, I think is what they call it. Things like that. The structure is a little bit different because it has to fit in the gacha world. So there's a lot of mini bite-sized things to do. So like small stories, but then also some of the palaces and things like that do take a while. Like some of those stories are full on cutscenes, with a story, going through the dialogue. There's a lot of side quests, things like that have a lot of dialogue. I think the story in Persona 5 Royal is definitely better than this one. You can tell it wasn't like Atlas trying to make Persona 5 Part 2 or something like that. And this is developed by Blackwings with Atlas kind of overseeing it all. But all the areas are there. So like you can see, right now I'm running around Shibuya. If I wanted to, I could go over to LeBlanc. So, here's the map. Like most of these places you can go to, some of them are just for shops. But, I can pop over here. And actually, when I started the stream, I was over at, what was her name, Takumi, at the doctor's place buying medicine from her. She's literally right up there, just like she is in the game. But then like right down here is LeBlanc. And I won't go into it right now, but there's ways to actually get to interact with the Persona 5 cast. But yeah, I think being a person who enjoys Persona myself, enough so that I've played, multiple entries and some of them multiple times, I think it definitely gives you that Persona feeling. The world feels like it. It's toned down a little bit, but I think it's worth playing personally. And even if you don't want to spend any money at all from a gacha game perspective, I've not spent a dime on this account because A, I just don't want to go through the hassle of the way you have to spend the money. And B, I'm probably going to spend money on the global account anyways when it comes out. I've enjoyed all the content. There's a couple fights that I didn't clear, but for the most part, I don't think I've been held back. If anything, I've had days where I'm like, oh my God, I have too much to do. There's too much to catch up on. So yeah, I think if you like Persona, I struggle to think of why you wouldn't like this particular game unless you're just 100% I hate gacha games. Haven't been here since you're insane Simona pool. Oh man. Riku, first of all, it's good to see you. Second, I had the antithesis of luck like 2 days ago on the banners for this one. I've had decent luck on this game before, but I literally wiped out all of my gems. There's a special banner that they launched for Valentine's Day, and you can pick any of the girls except for Kasumi. And I wanted all 3 to round out my roster because these were all filling holes that I just didn't have filled. Plus, Futaba is the best navigator. And I wanted their weapons. And I drained all my gems, then had to do other stuff to get more gems to finally get the last weapon I wanted. So it was definitely not the one and done on that Simona pull, which to this day I still think is possibly my favorite pull I've ever had happen in a gacha game, just because of the way it was with Showtime Doc and everything else. All right, let's see if I can get a Speedmaster on this guy because I need him to not make me go so fast. Oh yeah, and there's Persona fusing and stuff, Chucky. There's all that stuff is in here. So what do I have on him now? So I have a Speedmaster 1. Can I get a Speedmaster 2? I don't think I already have one for him. No. Okay, so you can inherit skills. Thankfully, there's a filter. Unfortunately, the filter does have some translation issues, but speed should be an easy one to find. So here we go. Do I have anybody with it? Curse, resist, sharp steel. I'm passing it by somewhere. Oh, wait, sleep. Where is speed? Am I... Spell, spell, spell. Okay, was it not in alphabetical order? That's not fun. All right, where is speed? I want a speed 2 or a speed 3. I don't mind if I have to fuse someone for it. Start a new job in cybersec. Okay. Outside of 0 time outside of work and gym. So are you not really gaming at all, or just far more reduced from what you were in the past? Where is speed? I know it's in here. I am just overlooking it somewhere. I don't think I can type it because I think it actually wants... Yeah, so he wants you to find it in the language. Let's get... I think it's listed as special. Oh, there it is. Speedmaster 2. Okay. Oh, God. I would take any one of those. So who has that? Anzu has... Which one? See, now this is... All right, that would give me a 2. That might be just enough. But it's random. I'll get one of these 4. That's the only bad thing about this. Not gaming at all, but watching anime. Oh, what anime are you watching right now? I've got to finish the last couple episodes of Dragon Ball Daima. I guess it's not anime, but I'm watching Invincible Season 3 right now as well. But I'm a little bit behind on pretty much all the other... Ah, see, damn, I got the wrong one. Okay, that's all right. We can... Oh, wait. Can I trade for it? 2,000 what? Blue? Oh, I can get a 3. Oh, but I'm not sure which color that's supposed to be. All right, let's get it from the dude. Who's got 3 and 4? So I've got her. She can give me a 3. That might be enough. I don't have her. Yeah. But I know I can farm her. So, oh, and I'll get her next anyways. I've already used 1 on her. I gotta start season 3 of Invincible. Just started Daima last night. Okay. You know, I have been pleasantly surprised by it. And when they first showed the promo for it, however long ago, and they threw it into like the whole, you know, they go back to being kids perspective or whatever you want to call it, I was not excited. And, you know, I love Akira Toriyama and rest in peace to him, but I'm like, why are you going back into this? And honestly, I think it's really good. I've had a lot of fun watching it. My kids have watched a couple episodes with me. They're not as into it as I am, but I like what they did with it. I really don't have any complaints about the show whatsoever. And I won't give any spoilers, but I know what happens because the internet, right? And I'm quite excited to watch the next episode, or actually next 2 episodes. All right, can she be kind and give us the skill we want first try? By the way, this is the kind of stuff that you'll do late in the game. Is it's not just making the personas. You're going to want to go in and whatchamacallit, inherit certain skills. And so I'll show you like on him in a second, like why I'm doing what I'm doing. I already have Rebellion. Son of a gun. What you do is you want to kind of pick your main reason for having them. And so for him, he's there to buff crit, realistically. As a matter of fact, I need to get rid of this and put Rebellion back on. And outside of that, it's like, okay, well, I want resist damage. I need to be fast enough so I go early in the turn rotation. I want defense up, life up, stuff like that. So that's where you spend quite a bit of your time, is trying to get all this stuff built out the way you want it to. Is there anyone else that has that I have stuff for? I'm not burning those. I think she's farmable as well. Yeah, what does she have? Speedmaster 3. Does anybody else have something I would use? Is a good question. As a backup. Life boost 2, so he's not bad. Although he has speed 2. I kind of want speed 3. So resist ice. I already have rebellion. Let's go with speed 3. Let's give her speed 2 for a second here and see who else might be worth it. Okay, so there's only one other one. Okay, so no one else is really worth it. But where do I get this guy? Okay, so I don't... Him, I'd have to fuse. Let's see what this one takes. Some of them you can farm like this. All right, so this one I have to do 2 of as well. Oh, let's switch into a better team. This will be easy. I'm going to put Haru in there just for fun. I don't really care. This is going to be such an easy stage. I don't need to maximize. Wasn't interested, thinking another GT mashup. Yeah, exactly. I saw that. I'm like, I wasn't a huge fan of GT. It never really kind of, I don't know, did anything for me. And so, yeah, I had the same thought. I'm like, oh, it's GT, but in canon. Like, don't care. Although maybe I shouldn't have brought in Haru because she's not actually built yet. She's not going to do a ton of damage. I do need to see season 2 of, what is it called? Jujutsu Kaisen? How the hell do you say that one? I forget the name of it. I've been avoiding Crunchyroll because I don't feel like paying for it. And they're atrocious with their ads. So I was hoping that season 2 would hit Netflix by now. But I don't know if they just don't have the contract for it or what. But it just hasn't happened. I did not get it. So I have to do that again. I do have enough to do it. So it's not a big deal. I have some like energy pots I can burn on this. What else have I not seen that I want to see? I watched the new Castlevania. Again, not exactly strictly anime. Close enough to it. That was really good. I actually really like that Castlevania series on Netflix. I have Devil May Cry coming out soon. That'll be fun. What else have I not caught up on? I've been wanting to watch Solo Leveling. I hear that one's really good. My sister told me to watch Spy Family, but I haven't checked that one out at all. They revealed the new Phantom Idol. Yeah, they did. What was the name? Because I saw the tweet from Najox. It is Matoi. I'm sure I'm saying that incredibly wrong. But weren't they like they're like ice technical. So kind of like the new Rin, but ice instead of fire, right? I'm going to have to skip them because I am mainly refilling my gem count from going completely broke. And even if I had the gems, I am so behind on all the resources to level. So like all the materials you would expect. So yeah, I'm kind of like stuck right now. But that's good. I need a forced reason to stop pulling on things, I think. Debuff for ice, debuff for... Okay, cool. Soul leveling is decent. Castlevania, yeah, man. Alex, Castlevania is... That's my jam. Let's do this one. All right, give me speed. Fuck. This is the bad part, is when you have to go through all of this. So that is... Oh, where'd she go? Ah, wish I would hold my filter. Speed. All right, let's go back in there. We'll do a couple more of these. Yeah, I like Castlevania Nocturne. I would say season 2 is better than season 1. And I'm not, a lot of people didn't like season 1, at least, from the Reddit side of life. But I liked it. Was it as good as the first few seasons of Castlevania? No, I freely admit that. But it was still good. And then season 2 just amps it up. And I think the fight scenes in season 2 are just fantastic, especially the last episode. That one is like, it's something special. OG was absolutely fire. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm really curious what they're going to do if they get greenlit for season 3. So there's been no confirmation of a season 3 of Nocturne. But if they do it, they either need to kind of go in their own side story direction like they've been doing, or they're going to have to circle around to Symphony of the Night at some point, which it'd be interesting of how they would do it, just knowing the story like I do. That's one of my all-time favorite games. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do and how they're going to kind of bridge that. Okay, got another one of her. Good. Well, duh, did 2, so I was guaranteed. Yeah, I think, it's funny. I talked to one of my coworkers at work about this quite a bit. Is when I was younger, I definitely was more like, I don't know what the right word is, snobby, maybe, about, God, another Bufudyne. This is going to like be a pain, isn't it? Who has a speed 2, and can I do it without spending so much? As much as I want that speed 3, I think a 2 might be enough. And now I find I can go into like shows and movies and just take it for what it is, and taking the pressure off of like the story has to be absolutely perfect, or all the minor tweaks to canon that I think sometimes people get upset about. Like, not having to worry about that just makes life so much easier and so much more enjoyable for me. I can change this through markings. What do those cost? Bird Dude. Where's Bird Dude? So you take the basic ones. Okay, I'm going to do a couple of you. I can always get these back. But I'm running low on my energy drinks, so... Alright, Speedmaster 2. Yes, okay, thank you. So now what I can do is I can get rid of Speedmaster 1, toss in a 2, and now let's see what my speed looks like with that build. Still 100. Why would that be? I just upped it. Is it because Surasoa is my first? I wonder if that's it. I wonder if it's because he doesn't have speed. So let's inherit it on him instead. I wish I had thought about that first. I don't know exactly. I have to look this up. I don't know exactly how it works in terms of... What is this? I don't have it, I don't imagine. Yeah. I forget exactly how they average out the stats on these things, but you can see why it matters, because I need just enough points to get over this particular hump so that my guy goes last. Or, I mean, sorry, goes first, like before my DPS. Not survival, special. All right, Bird. Can you give me the luck again? Nice. Okay, got it first time. Good. Let's see what that does. Is there a release for global? So they haven't announced it yet. Alex, I'll come back to your comment in just a second there too, because I want to talk about that. No announcement yet, but here's like where the evidence stacks up. So anniversary, the 1-year anniversary is in April. They've already done the beta for Japan. That happened, I think, early January maybe. And in the client that was used for Japan, there are files for different languages that would suggest that global would come at the same time. So they have like, English, German, bunch of other ones. On top of that, more recently, probably last week or so, I think it was maybe Najox posted, there was more like evidence of a global server in SteamDB for Japan. Now, it's not been confirmed. The only thing that's ever been said is they had mentioned back in like, I think maybe a Billy festival, that it would be coming to global and it would also be coming to consoles. They just haven't come back and said, oh, but it's going to happen at this date. So a lot of the speculation right now is one of two things. Either A, it releases in April for the anniversary or very, very much close to it, or B, it gets announced around the time of the anniversary just because it's like you got all that hype drummed up and everything else. I personally think it makes the most sense to do a global launch with Japan at the anniversary, but you know, who knows? Until they say something that's obviously not guaranteed, but I would suspect that we'll know more at least by that time. 109. Yes. Okay. So it must be whoever's leading that really contributes to that. So now he should be going faster than Kasumi. So let's go back into my Velvet Trials here. All right. So yeah, Old Man Coyote. I definitely want to know what's going on there. Did you see, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Did you see the tweet? It was for Valentine's Day. And like the key artist or animator or whatever he is, he posted a picture online of her family. And it was the mom, the dad, Maria, and then behind her was that dude. And I'm just like, why you got to do that? Like, what are you trying to tell us? So I'm curious what that was all about, or if he's just, you know, being fun. But it was a cool little picture for sure. Actually, I started myself off there with auto battle, which I didn't necessarily want to do. Yeah, see, now he's going before her. So we fixed that little issue. So it's the stuff that you have to deal with when you start building your teams and deciding like who's their normal lineup. I don't think I need to go crazy buffing right now. Yeah, I'm still going to do too much damage. So we're just going to play it laid back and inefficient. Yeah, so for now, if you're impatient like me, Riku, you just got to jump into the other service. Oh, damn it, she's asleep now. But also, like, I wanted to jump into the global or the KR server anyways, because I wanted to get like a real feel for the game before global, so that way I could build content around it. And so now I feel like I'm in a good place to, you know, whatever they release at launch for global, to kind of sit back and say, hey, here's the pitfalls. Don't do this. Don't do these things that I messed up. Or, hey, here's the characters like you really want. Like Joker, for quite some time, really good. And you just saw me use him in the Velvet Trials. I use him all the time. Or like Queen, like in the, oh my God, stop putting me to sleep, Sam, man. Queen is a solid DPS unit for single target and still very viable to today. Now, there's obviously power creep. It's a gacha game, right? So you're going to get newer characters that can come in and just frankly do more. But there's certain ones that just kind of live and will last forever. Cord, like, is probably one of the biggest must pulls, as is Futaba. So, you know, I'll have that kind of information. Or when I first started playing on this server, I intentionally didn't do things from what I thought would be the most efficient perspective, because I wanted to see what would become like your content blockers. And I'm kind of thankful I did, because like right now my biggest thing is I've spread my resources too thin and I can't level my characters as fast as I would like to. Now some of that will be curbed naturally just because you've got like a more natural progression curve when you're starting with the early content. And when I came into this, it's like, here's all the content, right? So I had a lot I could catch up on. But like, I'll be able to do guides and stuff. So that was a whole reason that I really, well, not the whole reason, part of it is I just wanted to play. But that was a big reason why I picked up this version and obviously still playing it, because I didn't want to guess. I wanted to be like, hey, no, here's like real experience and what I've learned from that process. And then I'll give you guys all the beautiful guides. And when banners come out, I'll tell you which ones are traps, because there are definitely lots of those. And I'm sure there'll be other content creators too. I know a couple of friends in the space are going to be covering this game. I'm sure a couple of the bigger names will too, so I don't think anyone will be starved for content. Bladesifer, he's a big name that covers this game. He probably puts out a video every day or two. I think he actually does daily, or close enough to it. I've seen quite a few of his videos. Matter of fact, I watched one of them today. But you know, I know he'll come out for global, and he's definitely got, you know, plenty of information. So y'all will be spoiled when this does finally hit, because there's plenty of us out here that are super interested in Persona and plan on covering it. Debating what phone to buy at the moment so I can play on the go when it drops. I am still rocking, I think this is an iPhone 11. I'm hoping it covers it and plays it well enough, because I am the type that will keep a phone for like ever unless I need to upgrade it for something important. And so like obviously I would love to do it for this. Knowing that it's going to come to console, they haven't said this, but I hope the Switch, because if I can play it on the Switch on the go, that'd be kind of cool. But worst case scenario, I do have a PS5, and I picked up what's it called, the Portal, this year. And so like I mostly play Metaphor laying in bed upstairs at night instead of down here in the office. And so at least at home I can play it on the Portal, and not like if I'm lazy, like I have to come downstairs. You still have your iPhone 12? See, you got me beat though. What are they on now? Like the 16 or something like that? I'm sure it's nice. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, God, for the cost, those damn things are expensive. The finance guy in me is like, if it's not broke, like, why bother? I feel like if I went to my wife and I was like, yo, I really want Persona to run well on my phone, I'm going to upgrade it, she might be like, did you just get a new computer for Christmas? 16 and 16E, yeah. So we are a fair bit behind there. But you know what? I honestly don't have, other than battery life a little bit, which I know I could just swap the battery if I really wanted to. I don't really have issues with my phone that warrant me rushing out and changing it. Like even when I was doing the testing for that Marvel game a month or so ago, that's a more modern game and it ran just fine. Like, so I don't know. I'm not rushing. Waiting for the 17. Yeah, I mean you might as well, unless you're like dying to get the 16 for some odd reason. You might as well wait for the next one, because don't they usually release them like around September of every year? Is that like Apple's big event? I think 90% of what I do on my phone is YouTube and email. And I'm like, what new phone is going to make that work any better than it does today? Uh, 14 actions, I got plenty. Okay. Yeah, September drops. Yeah, that's what I thought. You know what I could use though is a new iPad. Mine, the battery like dies instantly, and I'm trying to remember. I think it's old. I want to say it's a Gen 5. I looked it up the other day because I was trying to find a keyboard for it. Yeah, I want to say it's 5th gen, so that's got to be 7 years old or so now. Is it more than that? It might be more than that. It's old. It's old. That I definitely notice more of a performance hit when I use it for anything that isn't just watching YouTube videos. So that'd be nice to replace one day. But again, it's one of those like, I can't justify it for the amount of times I use it. And what I would really want to use it for is like when I take my kids, you know, to like the rec center and they're swimming, I'm just sitting there for an hour watching them. Like that's when it'd be nice to have it and like be able to type and do something productive. Yeah. And bills. Yeah. 9 action. Okay, I got actions left. I'm not even paying attention to my turn counter here. Yeah, let's finish him with style. What stage are we on? 14? Let's do one more. One more, then I'll collect my rewards, and it's 11:30. I'll probably start closing it out after that. All right, this time, for the fun of it, I'm actually going to do buffs. And hopefully I don't regret that and have to redo this from killing them too fast. Get the crit going. Let's do some dancing. Also, because I just love these animations. This is a fun team to run. Even if they weren't just a great team to begin with, I would tell people to pull them because they're just, this group is fun to play together. Was used to your Mac M1. You know, I've never, well, I shouldn't say never. In my first foray in college with art school, I used Macs because that was just like, it's like the standard for the programs we would use. But since then, I've just always been a PC guy. And I need this one. I've never really messed around with like Macs, MacBooks, things like that. Surface laptop, I kid you not, when I was getting pissed off of my iPad the other day, I actually went and looked them up, and they look pretty cool. They seem pretty beefy for what they are. To me, the hard part is, oh god, okay. She just like straight murked that guy. Outside the form factor of it being obviously more tablet based, that versus a lower cost gaming laptop, that was the debate that I put in my head. I'm like, better battery life on the Surface, I'm sure, right? Because it's not, cranking out through games. But I don't know, like it's hard for me to think of like, why would I pick that? I got to look at some of my programs and see if maybe they would work well on it. Like I was talking about, I don't know if you were here at the start, but I was talking about how I'm developing some sprite work for a friend for his video game that he's developing. And, so I've got a sprite on my PC here. And, if I could throw that on a Surface and throw my files up on the cloud and just, work on them when I'm out and about, like when I take the kids to swimming or whatever, like that's where I see value in it. But again, it's like, do I do that, or do I just do a better gaming laptop and give my son my old one or something? That's where I get stuck. And also, like, do I really need to buy it right now? Like, that's the other part of it too. All right, so I got through 15 of those. I think that was. Let me see. Yeah, so not bad. So we've got, up to 25 that you can run on this one, and then those will all be cleared out. So I think I've got a good team for this. These ones, I need to do some more optimizations. So part of why I wanted Haru is a lot of these have like Psy. These are multi-teams. So like these ones, they have no weakness. They have no weakness. And so you either run like crit teams, or you bring, what's her face? Rico as your Navi, because she can help you hit weakness. She's really good in here. But then there's other ones that are like Psy based. And so like Haru's going to be great in here. But you see the levels, like these guys are level 84. And you just have to have all these multi-weakness teams. So these are a little bit harder than those mono teams before. And then this one, where's the one? Like this one didn't even get a star on. It was terrible. She just straight wrecks people. Alice is mean. She's level 92 and she's just mean. I didn't get past her, so I need to try her again. But these ones definitely get harder. I need to actually pay more attention to them. But I can still get quite a few gems from that section as well. And then I've got the gems from the Persona 5 a couple of palaces that I haven't cleared out for them. So I've got quite a bit I can still do, which is nice. Oh, and I can get that, and I'll do that. Or not, because I don't have the bonuses. I need these. This is what I ran out of today. Just crazy to me. I don't know how games would run on the surface, but business-wise, it's insane. And OneNote is your second brain. Yeah, fair, fair. Well, and that's the thing is on the surface, I would be using it more for business because the things I would do on it. Let me think about this. If a sprite, which is not, I mean, it's a pixel-based program. Like it's not much of anything. Like that, I would use. I do a lot of stuff just in Google Docs, which I know it can handle stuff like that. Like planning content type stuff. I wouldn't be doing like editing. Like I wouldn't even want to try to edit on the go. I would just do it on my computer. I wouldn't record on it, so that wouldn't be a big deal. So I think the things I would most likely use it for, it would probably handle just fine. So it might be nice if it's compact enough. And like I said, like if I could go to, the rec center and while my kids are swimming for that hour or so, I could be like, cool, I can like be productive for that hour, get this, that, and the other done. Like that would be nice. This is like content for this Valentine's Day period, by the way. So you just basically get these puzzle pieces and you get stuff for doing it. It's super, super simple. And you have like dailies or like these I can do on Monday. This is after you beat the palaces, every week it resets. You can do 2 of the bosses again to get like special rewards. So like I'll do that on Monday. This is kind of the harder content. I'll go and do this eventually. I just don't really care right now. And then action points will just come. They got 10 days. I mean, there's plenty of time. That's cleared out. I did a pull earlier today, so I don't have anything left. Got a couple 4 stars anyway, so I didn't get anything big out of it. Was there anything else I needed? Oh, I actually wanted to see how many gems I have now. So 2,300. So getting there. I've got a multi and some change. Do I have any of the actual cards? I have none of the cards. So yeah, it'll be a while before I have enough to feel good to pull again to go up to a pity plus a weapon if I want it. So maybe we'll have to see what Akechi's like. I'd like to pull him, but I don't know that I will have enough resources to feel good going for him because I would hate to get like halfway there and then just run dry. So I may be skipping him regardless. And then after Akechi, I think it's going to be P3R. And of the 3 modern personas, it's my least favorite. Not that I dislike it, it's just my least favorite of the 3. So I almost feel like unless a character's stupid broken, that maybe I'll just pick up, I don't know, I'll probably pick up the main protagonist because I can't imagine they won't make him good. Who else would I even want? God, his name's escaping me, but the boxer dude. I like him. That's probably it. Maybe Aegis. Yeah, and then I would probably just hoard and save until maybe Persona 4 comes out on here. Who's the best character so far? So let's break it into categories. So we have, your DPS, your support, things like that. So obviously you have Wonder, that's your main protagonist. Your best healer is absolutely Minami. She is a 5-star, but she is a standard character. So after her content cycle, she'll be in the standard banner. And unless you really, really want to guarantee those characters, I would typically say just to pull them from the standard banner. Yeah, there's no way to pity into them, but I'm only missing a handful. And I'm coming in when there's more people in the pool. So like the dog girl just came out like a month or so ago, so I don't have her. She just came out, but I think she's in the standard pool now. The other ones, I don't think Summer Closer goes in there. She just came out. So yeah, I mean, for the most part, I've gotten almost everybody from just using the standard banner. So you can save your resources, but she is the best healer from the healing category side. Best supporter, 100% hands down, is Cord. She her skill 3 allows whoever you target to use their highlight, which is why she pairs so well here, because her highlight can crit and she's just crazy damage on her highlight when she's set up. And so she can do that for anybody. So she can make them just use their highlight on her skill 3 and it's got a couple turn cooldown. And then she makes highlights come up faster and stronger. And she does a little bit of buffing as well. And I'm trying to remember what exactly she buffs. I'm just not thinking about it at the moment. So it's this here. Gains offense up based on attack. So she basically just makes them hit harder. She's just super good. Super good. So she is probably one of the first, if not the first, that I will tell people is like, you cannot pass her up. Like, that's the one you grab, right? Navi-wise, it's Futaba, which is why I went so hard into pulling her just now. With this content cycle. So she basically does like a weakness implant and she does like a really good defense down. And so like if a character say is resistant to fire, I can target on, give her the move, and then it'll insert that weakness and bring it down 1 level. So now instead of resisting, they're neutral, but if they're neutral, then they become weak. And so it's just a super good Navi. She does a lot of good things. So Riku, it's not that it's in English, it's that I have a translation pack, which you can get from the P5X worldwide Discord. It doesn't translate everything. But like, yeah, you can see here, like these have been translated, things like that. Like if I give it a second, that'll translate. Not all the translations are perfect. And so there are some things you have to get used to. Like some of these will say stuff like, makes the attack stronger for the enemy, and it's actually doing the opposite of that. So you get used to it. And also I think the translation packs on maybe the Chinese server are better than the KR server. So yeah, so Navi, her, let's see, DPS wise. So DPS is tough because you have your elements and you have AoE or single target. So I think right now, probably the 3 best single target damage dealers. You have Queen as nuke. She's going to be the first one if they keep the banner schedule to come out. And I will absolutely be going for her and her weapon. She is very recent. So within the last, I don't know, month or two, maybe a couple months now. And she's the first one that has a highlight that can crit. And I've seen people set her up and do over 1 million damage when hitting weakness with her highlight, with her weapon. Now this is like with dupes and stuff like that, but just insane what she can do. And then I don't have him. I've had to skip him twice now. Is Mesa. He is physical with bleeds, if I'm not mistaken. Those are like your 3 kind of really crazy single target DPSers. I don't think you go wrong with any of them. And then for the AoE, there's a lot more. Your first big one's going to be Joker. He's going to be your first banner. I'm going to pull him. I'm going to pull his weapon as well. He's curse damage. I think another really top contender is Summer Closer. She is blessed damage and does really well. The other ones are so recent that it's like you'd be waiting a year from launch anyways, but like I've seen some really good stuff with her. She just came out with Chinese New Year, so she's like super, super new. Who else is good for AoE? Haru on Sai, but she takes an investment. And again, this is why I just use like all my gems, because if you want to use her, you probably are going to need to get Summer Moko to go with her to boost her correctly. And then she also provides healing. And so some of the teams are really enabled by who's surrounding them. So like, you know, like she's really good with Cord, not so much without Cord. She's good, but not anywhere near as good. Or like Queen, like with Queen, you really want Vino because the two of them pair together, and that's what gives Queen the ability to do the kind of damage she can do. So my kind of early game strat's going to be Joker. Hopefully I pull her from the standard banner when she hits it because she boosts curse damage. Early game Navi, Phoebe, until you can get Futaba. And that's really, and Queen, like Queen is an absolute, I will go for her right as soon as she comes out. So that's kind of like my early side of the game. I will say through Palace 2, you can just use the units they give you. The story units are absolutely fine. That's who I use all the way through Palace 2. I used them all the way until Palace 3, the first boss, because they split it into like two parts. That was the first time I struggled on a boss with the standard team they give you, the story team. And that's where I think I actually picked up Queen, because they did like a rerun banner, and then Queen like just freaking flattened. She just flattened that boss out like they didn't exist, which is fantastic. So yeah, you don't have to be like, oh my god, this is the best healer because Bear said so, and I see her on a banner. Like you'll be fine, because you'll get Morgana for free, you'll get On for free, you get Ryuji for free, which I didn't even build, but they come on like a beginner banner, and then they're also in the standard pool, so you can get them from there as well. You're gonna get them. On is fantastic for DPS early game. I actually still use her now. She's just now is starting to get really kind of outpaced by some recent units. So yeah, I mean, I probably just covered like 10. She's the first weakness implanter. Riku or I'm Futaba. Yeah, so the way that she does it, yes. The other one that's similar, not really similar. So you'll get her, but you won't get her until like the third palace. And what she does is this here. So you saw those like little shield icons. She can help you break those. I don't know what the actual translation is. They call it loophole here. But basically, you can knock enemies down with this, which is why she's so good in the Velvet Trials, because she can cover gaps where you don't have weakness damage. But Futaba is ultimately just better at the end of the day. Riku, I wanted to build Ryuji. I did. Here's the problem with Ryuji. He's physical, and there's not a ton of places you really need physical in this game. And what makes him good is if you have some really good support units buffing the shit out of him. Outside of that, I just don't see a lot of huge value in him. And so if it was early game at launch, he was actually the first 5-star I pulled, because I got him from the beginner banner, and he just happened to be the first 5, so that I got from it randomly. If that was the case and I had the materials, I would have built him. But because I came in when we were already 3 palaces in, we didn't have like the newest version, the second half of the third palace, but we had the first half. We had all the characters short of what's been released since then. And we had a couple of rerun banners that I was able to pull like Joker and Queen and stuff on. And I had so many people I needed to build that it's like, okay, well, who am I not going to build? And even now, I'm still not caught up on building like all these 80s. They don't all have level 80 weapons. They don't all have their skills leveled up, things like that. So it looks like I have a lot of 80s, but I really don't have a lot of complete 80s. Like I just did her, but you can see like I haven't finished her skills because I'm out of material. So you do have to be careful how many characters you're going to bring to 80. And again, coming in when global launches will make it easier because you just don't have as wide of a pool. But when you're playing catch up, it becomes a problem. But yes, I would love to have the full P5 cast and level them. Like one of my biggest ones I don't have that I really want is Fox. I love his ice counter mechanics. And I happen to have pulled Cherish, who is like a defensive ice guy. And so I want to throw them on a team together. But it's kind of like, even if a Fox banner pulled up tomorrow, I'm so behind on resources that it wouldn't make sense for me to pull them as much as I actually want to use them. So yeah, you end up having to make those decisions, unfortunately. But global will be easier. Global will definitely have less of those constraints, just by the very nature of, again, you're not coming in with every character already launched that you have to then build up. You get to be a little bit more pick and choose at the start, and then just focus on certain teams. And ultimately, you're going to want to build like your main team that's going to take you through all the content to start. And then you're going to have reasons to build up like secondary teams for things like Velvet Trials or SOS, which is like is every week or 2 weeks it resets, and you have like certain weaknesses on bosses you want to hit to get like higher scores. And then I don't know when it launched, but eventually you'll get guild trials. It's the same kind of concept where you have to hit certain weaknesses to get the best scores. So you do eventually build up like second and third teams to do that kind of stuff. But to start, you're not really going to need that. You're going to mostly need like one really main team to go through the content. So it's not too bad. Cool. Well, my friends, with that, I'm tired. It's getting close to midnight. And tomorrow I get the fun experience of doing taxes. So yes, I have to save some stamina for that. So thank you for joining on the stream. It was so fun talking to all of you, and good seeing some of you again for the first time in quite some time. So hopefully your days go well, and I should be streaming on Saturdays unless I'm traveling or something. So I would think see you a week from now. So we'll see you then. And until then, guys, just have a wonderful night. I'll talk to you later.